back to another episode of Muddy River Catfishing. In this episode, I'm going to help you guys understand how a river works, where to find the fish. I had a viewer ask me if I can give him some pointers on where to find the catfish in the river. So I'm here at the Rio Grande, and we're going to use this as a demonstration on how to find the fish in the river, where they'll be holding up, and where the best places to fish are. So let's get started. All right, so right now we're just looking at a basic piece of river. It's kind of hard if you've never studied a river before, where it all kind of looks just like a bunch of water. But if you learn what to look for, it'll really help you catch fish. So right now we're going to study this little piece of water. So let me zoom in here for you guys. So what I want you guys to look at is the difference in the water. There's pieces of water that are choppy. Some of it's a little bit darker color, and the movement of the water. If you look back right here below me, you can see the water is just flowing straight back. Okay? But if you look at this area over here, right about there, you can see the water's flowing sideways. It's kind of cutting off from left to right. Okay, that is very important, because what happens is that's your channel. That's the current, the main current of the river. And in the channel, you'll find the deepest spots. So this bottle right here is a perfect demonstration. Let's follow this bottle. It's if you can see it, I'll zoom out so you can see where it's sitting. It's cutting across the river. Instead of going straight down, it's cutting across because that's the main channel. Alright, there we go. Okay, right there where that choppy water is, where it's hitting right now, that's where the channel hits the bank. See where the trees are at? And right where the bottle's sitting is the deepest part of the channel. And right there is where the fish hold up. Now that channel, that hole, I mean, it'll run along the bank a little ways. So it'll come down, probably maybe even to where this other little white thing is. But the primary deepest part of the hole will be right there where that bottle landed, where that choppy water hits right there. If you look closely, you see that choppy water? That's shallow. It's actually shallow. All that and what's behind it is shallow, but then right after that, right where the water changes, right there, that's where the deep hole is. So that's where your fish are going to be holding up. Now what catfish do is they're always busy running back and forth. So they'll go from the top of that hole to the very shallower side over here, and then back up again. So that's one hole on this river. But there's tons of holes on the river. If you look and follow the current like we did just a little while ago, you see how it comes across this way, and then it goes along that bank all the way up, and then you can see the water again doing the same thing. So it's just a pattern. The water right there, you see it? So where that water hits against the bank on the right side is is going to be the end of the other hole. So it's going to have another hole ahead of that where the catfish will be holding. So whenever you're fishing on a river like this one, you look for those S patterns throughout the river, and where that S hits, where it first hits the bank, that's where the deepest part of the hole is going to be, and chances are that's where you're going to have your best luck fishing for catfish. Now, if you can find one of these holes, like this one here, if it had big rocks or logs, some kind of cover thrown in there, that's just a plus. But 9 times out of 10, you find a hole like that on the river, that's where your fish are going to be. All right, so that's how you read a river. Hopefully these pointers will help you find good places where you're fishing at, and catch you some bigger, better fish. Until next time, thanks for watching Muddy River Catfishing, and we'll see you guys out on the water.